Good evening. Welcome to the May 17th Clifton Park Town Board meeting. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Teresa, if you call the roll.
Councilwoman Flood. Here. Councilwoman Standard. Here. Councilman Morelli.
Here.
Councilwoman Walloway. Here. Supervisor Barrett.
Here. Entertain a motion to approve town board meeting minutes of May 3rd.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Ms. Walloway and second by Mrs. Standard. Discussion. Okay. Teresa?
Councilwoman Flood.
Yes.
Councilwoman Standard.
Yes.
Councilman Morelli.
Yes.
Councilwoman Walloway.
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett.
Yes. Well, communications and announcements is kind of like old times here. Other than a couple of fairly brief time periods during the pandemic, which is now over a year old, all of our meetings have been open and all in person, but we did spread out along the room. So we had distance between members of the town board and staff. And tonight's our first meeting back to the old configuration, although the chairs are separated a little bit. So it's another sign of returning to normalcy. It was an announcement today from the governor's office discussing that looks like Wednesday is the day that New York might follow the latest CDC guidelines. We'll see. But at least that's what was announced today. So again, little by little, returning to normalcy. More and more people are vaccinated, and the weather's getting warmer, and the pools are going to open. So with the additional guidance that we received last week, we're able to make the final decisions on moving forward with the pool season, and the pools will open on June 11th. So you can purchase a membership online. We're going back to the memberships. You do not need to be a Clifton Park resident, so we're going back basically to the rules as of 2019. 2020 was different. We had a very abbreviated season. We didn't open until July per New York State guidelines. The slides and the diving boards were closed. And there were many other rules that we had to institute during that time period. But we're now reverting to what you could say the rules pre-COVID. So all that information is online. You can also register online. So we look forward to a successful pool season, and a lot of people are looking forward to it. Any other communications and announcements at this time?
I have one from the Historical Preservation Commission. I want to thank John Shearer again for his walking tour presentation. It was this past Saturday in the Bishop Ferry Historic District. It was a beautiful day. We had a good crowd, and it was very informative as always. You always learn something new every time you're around John Shearer. His next program is going to be Sunday, May 23rd at 2 o'clock at the Groom's Tavern. It's going to be outside. You can bring your own chair, or chairs will be provided. And he's going to provide a brief historical overview of Clifton Park's past and take questions about the area's history. So we look forward to that.
Okay. Anyone else? All right. Well, we'll get on the business of congratulating and showing our appreciation for 2 Eagle Scouts that will soon be officially deemed Eagle Scouts. They finished their projects, both projects in partnership with the town of Clifton Park. I want to thank the staff here at the town that assisted where needed, and we can't thank you enough for the work that you did on behalf of all the residents of Clifton Park with improvements that we'll be utilizing for many, many years. So you should truly be proud of yourself. I did talk to each of the scouts before the meeting and asked them to give us a rundown of the project. So who wants to go first?
I'd like to make a statement before they
Oh,
make their
sure.
presentations.
Sure.
I'm very excited to have both the Haug and the Coons families here tonight with us in person. I know both families. They played hockey with my son. They played youth hockey together. Both young men come from very strong, hardworking families, and that has clearly been passed down to their children. Both Ryan and Leo have completed over 250 hours of community service, which is just phenomenal. They've been working on their scouting career since first grade, both of them. They've both held leadership roles, and they have significantly contributed to our community by completing their Eagle Scout projects. And I really wanted them to come tonight, invited them to speak directly to the board so they could use their own words and tell us what they've accomplished. I'm proud of these two young men, and I know they will continue to do great things as they journey to RIT next fall together, which is amazing. You guys go in the same school. You're truly an example of what it means to exemplify the Boy Scout oath and to be an upstanding Clifton Park citizen. So thank you very much. We look forward to hearing you.
Very good. So, let's go first. Okay. All right. Come on up, Ryan. If you could come right up here, sir. Talk right into that microphone nice and loud, and you could, as far as your mask goes, whatever you're comfortable with.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Ryan. So I made a mile-long trail in the Dewasco Nature Preserve. I went to Kinswood Park a lot as a kid, and I really enjoyed it. But I only went to Dewasco once, I think, because it was really limited in how many trails it had. And I didn't realize it's actually larger than Kinswood Park, but all the middle part of it isn't really used because it's mostly a swamp. So after talking with Mr. Gianni, I figured out that if you route the trail along the ridge of the high ground where the train tracks are, not too close because that would be bad. But there's a sweet spot that's dry and also safe. And it's a beautiful park, and I feel my trail really exemplifies that. And there's 2 lookouts, nice benches, which Leo nicely helped me carry out all the wood with like lots of hours, and so did all my other scouts. Everywhere with a pizza. And the guy from your buildings and grounds, Christy, was nice enough to drive out the bags of concrete because we were already dead from carrying all the lumber and digging the trail benching the whole way. So thanks you guys for all your help.
Thank you. It's a beautiful trail.
So, yeah, Brian, tell us about your next endeavor. We just mentioned RIT, but what are you hoping to specialize in school?
Yeah, both my parents are mechanical engineers, so I want to pursue that. Currently in tech class, we're building a jet engine right now, so
Wow.
kind of what I'm into.
Nice. That's wonderful. You know, I know a guy who has over 100 patents at GE.
Ooh,
If you want to chat with him someday, I can get you hooked up.
engineering's fun.
Yeah.
Leo is a physics guy, so I'm trying to convert him, but
I'll keep working on it. Thanks, Ryan. Okay, you're up, Leo. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
All right, I am Leo Coons. My project was a footbridge and a small eagle bridge in the Bishop Ferry Preserve. It spans about a 25-foot gap, and it connects all the paths in that area. It allows for a more complete walking experience, and it allows for the town to get more upkeep equipment into the area and better upkeep the trails, providing for a better experience of all the people walking there. I owe a huge thanks to everybody that helped me work on it. Together, across everybody, we had over 450 hours of community service work on the project. So I owe a huge thanks to Ms. Vigiani from the town for helping me get organized with the project. I owe a huge thanks to Ryan and his dad for guiding me through the project and really helping me out a lot. And a huge thanks to my troop for supporting me. So thank you to all those people. I'm happy that I was able to help the town out.
Your project was a little different from the standpoint that there was a bridge there built by an Eagle Scout, Kamarowski.
Yeah.
Nice young man. And last I saw his father, I guess he's working out in California. He's got a tech job out there and doing well. But the bridge was taken out. Now what you did was go to the next level.
Yes.
Yeah, talk a little bit about the wood that was used and the pieces that you used to support the bridge, because I think that was an interesting aspect of the project.
Yeah, so the original bridge had split joint supports, so the beams were, I think, 8 feet, and they joined 3 of them together. We got one 24-foot beam. We just were connected to the Amish, and we were able to purchase 24-foot span beams to use as the main supports of the bridge, which will make it more sturdy in the event of an impact, like what happened with the previous bridge.
Yeah, it is, I think sturdy is an understatement.
Yeah.
5 trees of it.
When I saw when you were in the midst of working on it, and took me underneath to look at it, and said, wow,
Yeah.
that's not going anywhere. So, and you're right, it does open up those trails then.
Yeah.
And it's a great complement to the pedestrian bridge, the old farmer's bridge, as we call it, that we installed towards the end of last year. So that's fantastic. Now you're going to RIT as well.
Yeah, I'm going to do an accelerated master's program in astrophysical science and technology.
Isn't a regular master's hard enough? What's an accelerated master's?
I'll get it in 5 years.
Oh.
Are you guys gonna be roommates? You guys going together?
No.
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 He doesn't like you enough.
Well, you gotta branch out, meet some new friends, right? Then you can introduce each other to your new friends and so on. Oh, wow, that's, well, both of the goals that you have at your next challenge in college are incredible. And we wish you all the luck. I'm sure you're gonna do great and really excel in your careers post-college. But again, on behalf of the town, thank you so much for both of your projects. The investment that you both placed in these projects and prior in scouting is something that we can all learn from and aspire to. So thank you very much, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you to your families.
Phil, can we grab a quick picture with us with them before they leave?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
What's the best way?
if they want to.
Here?
If they want to. You guys are up for a picture, right? Yeah.
Let's go.
Up front, you want us to go on?
What's going on?
Yeah, we got just the backs to the days.
Yeah, you can come.
Also, Leo, and before you leave, just like
Oh, yeah.
that, okay? So that's more community service hours. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Congratulations, guys.
Thanks again, everybody. Appreciate it. All right. Well, scouting, thankfully, is alive and well in Clifton Park. And I know in other areas it's not doing as well, but the numbers of scouts, the leadership in scouting, the parent involvement, you know, it's just tremendous. And it's great to see the program continue to thrive here in town. So we look forward to many more Eagle Scouts coming through.
And one thing I didn't get a chance to mention is I had these guys started in first grade, right, with my son, and so we all went through Cub Scouts together. I actually had the opportunity to be their den leader back in the day, so I can remember things like summer camp and Pinewood derbies and crossing over ceremonies. So it's really an honor to see you guys transition to where you are now. So I'm really proud of where you started and definitely where you've come to. So congratulations, guys.
That was a few years ago.
Just a few.
Yeah.
Blink of an eye.
Goes quick.
Yeah.
All right. We do have several resolutions for consideration, including the 2 for these young men.
First, too.
So why don't we do those first, Teresa?
Resolution number.
Yeah, we'll do it while they're here, yeah, sure.
Resolution number 119 of 2021, a resolution recognizing Leo Kuntz on achieving the rank of Eagle Scout. Whereas the town of Clifton Park takes immense pride in the accomplishments of its residents and recognizes the valuable contributions of the Boy Scouts of America to our community and to our nation. And whereas Leo Kuntz entered Cub Scouts in 2009, first grade, age 6, and was in Pack 45 through 2014 when he crossed over into Boy Scout Troop 246 at the Clifton Park Elks. And whereas the rank of Eagle Scout is the highest award that a Boy Scout can earn, and to achieve this rank, Leo Kuntz demonstrated leadership within Troop 246, holding positions as Den Chief, Troop Guide, Assistant Senior Patrol Leader, and Senior Patrol Leader. And whereas Leo Kuntz' Eagle Scout project benefited the town of Clifton Park to replicate a former Scout bridge built by Josh Komorowski in 2007, which was destroyed by a large fallen tree. And Leo Kuntz networked with community members, including Lindsay Bezio of Lindsay's Old School Barbershop, George Brenner III of GB Enterprises, and Greg Hope, as well as local craftspeople in the Amish community, to secure certain wood products, beams, and lumber for construction oversight and support. And whereas in summer of 2020, Leo Kuntz and his team of volunteers built the 40-foot wooden bridge to accommodate pedestrians and small maintenance vehicles in close coordination with the town's Buildings and Grounds Department, connecting the Klutz Dry Dock site to the original Erie Canal towpath along the Mohawk Towpath National Scenic Byway. And Leo's project scope included drawing the bridge plans, clearing brush, and building the bridge and access ramps, and extensive fundraising supported through a grant from the Town of Clifton Park Community Action Fund, the Mohawk Towpath Scenic Byway Coalition, and private donors. And whereas Leo Kuntz has made the most of his scouting career, attending National Youth Leadership Training, and has achieved over 250 hours of community service. And whereas Leo Kuntz' dedication to the Boy Scout oath while using his time and energy to give back to his community will serve to prepare him for a meaningful, productive role in society. And whereas Leo Kuntz has also excelled outside of Boy Scouts while participating in youth hockey from the age of 5, and he will be attending Rochester Institute of Technology in the fall, majoring in astrophysics. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the town board, on behalf of the residents of Clifton Park, does hereby congratulate and salute Leo Kuntz for his achievement of the rank of Eagle Scout, and we are proud to have him as a member of our community.
I will entertain a motion to move, well, I'll move that resolution with a second by the entire board with their approval. Teresa?
Councilwoman Flood?
Yes.
Councilwoman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallowit?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 120 of 2021, a resolution recognizing Ryan Hogue on achieving the rank of Eagle Scout. Whereas the town of Clifton Park takes immense pride in the accomplishments of its residents and recognizes the valuable contributions of the Boy Scouts of America to our community and to our nation. And whereas Ryan Hogue entered Cub Scouts in 2009, first grade, age 6, and was in Pack 45 through 2014 when he crossed over into Boy Scout Troop 246 at the Clifton Park Elks. And whereas the rank of Eagle Scout is the highest award that a Boy Scout can earn, and to achieve this rank, Ryan Hogue demonstrated leadership within Troop 246, holding positions as quartermaster, troop guide, and assistant senior patrol leader. And whereas Ryan's Eagle Scout project benefited the town of Clifton Park by working closely with the stewardship subcommittee of the Open Space Trails and Riverfront Committee and town staff to carefully design and create the Blue Trail in the Dawesville Nature Preserve in 2020. And whereas throughout 2019, Ryan Hogue organized his team of volunteers and coordinated the layout of a trail plan, clearing of brush, trail benchings along several hillsides, construction of 2 stairways, construction of 3 pedestrian bridge stands across wet areas, construction of 2 benches at 2 different scenic outlooks, and installation of trail markers, and also added wayfinding signs at key intersections to guide visitors in their trail selections, and has served as a nature preserve steward of the Dawesville Nature Preserve throughout his project developed in 2019-2020. and well beyond its completion into 2021, and has conducted an orienteering event at the Winterfest 2021. And whereas Ryan Hogg has made the most of his scouting career attending National Youth Leadership Training and has achieved over 250 community service hours, and whereas Ryan's dedication to the Boy Scout youth oath, while using his time and energy to give back to his community, will serve to prepare him for a meaningful, productive role in society. And whereas Ryan Hogg has also excelled outside of Boy Scouts while participating in youth hockey from the age of 5, and he will be attending Rochester Institute of Technology in the fall, majoring in mechanical engineering. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board, on behalf of the residents of Clifton Park, does hereby congratulate and salute Ryan for his achievement of rank of Eagle Scouts, and we are proud to have him as a member of our community.
I move that we approve the resolution with a second by the board. Teresa?
Councilwoman Flood?
Yes.
Councilwoman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Holloway? Supervisor Barrett?
Yes, and we'll have a copy of those resolutions for your court of honor.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Congratulations again. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Great job. Thank you.
Take care. Astrophysics and mechanical engineering. Wow. Fantastic. All right, Teresa?
A resolution determining that proposed Riverview Park tennis and basketball courts renovation and improvement project is a type 2 action for purposes of the New York State Environmental Quality Review Act, whereas the town board is considering undertaking the renovation and replacement of tennis courts and basketball courts at several park locations within the Riverview Park District as described in a project manual and bid documents prepared by Environmental Design Partnership dated April 7, 2021, which is on file in the town clerk's office. And whereas pursuant to the New York State Environmental Quality Review Act, the SEQR Act, and the regulations adopted pursuant thereto by the Department of Environmental Conservation of the State of New York, being 6 NYCRR Part 617 as amended, the regulations, the town desires to comply with the SEQR Act and the regulations with respect to the project, and be it further resolved by the members of the Clifton Park Town Board as follows. The project constitutes a type 2 action under 6 NYCRR Chapter 617.5 C2 as it constitutes the replacement, rehabilitation, or reconstruction of equipment in kind on the same site, and no further action under the SEQR Act or regulations is required. This resolution shall take effect immediately. A resolution scheduling a public hearing regarding the renovations and improvements for tennis and basketball courts at 4 locations within the Riverview Park District. Whereas the town board of the town of Clifton Park, the town proposes to undertake renovations and improvements to the basketball and tennis courts of the Algonquin Road, Westchester Drive, Boyack Road, and Archer Drive parks, all within the Riverview Park District, as described in the bid preparation manual and documents prepared by Environmental Design Partnership, dated April 7, 2021, which is on file in the town clerk's office. And whereas the project will include the repair, replacement, refurbishment, and upgrade of sport courts, the installation of new signage at the Crescent Estate South entrance to the park, and improvements to the signage at Silver Oaks at Amity Point, as well as the acquisition of playground equipment. And whereas the total estimated maximum cost of the project is $450,000, which will be funded through the proceeds of obligations issued by the town, the debt service on which will be paid from assessments levied on properties within the Riverview Park District. And whereas the town board now desires to call a public hearing regarding the project as required by town law section 202B, now therefore be it resolved that the town board will hold a public hearing to hear all persons interested in the project, which public hearing shall be held at the Clifton Park Senior Community Center, 6 Clifton Common Boulevard, Clifton Park, New York, on June 7, 2021 at 7:09 p.m. And be it further resolved in order that the town clerk will give notice of such a hearing by publishing in the official town newspaper, and the notice of public hearing is in substantially the form attached hereto, and by posting the notice of public hearing on the town's official signboard not less than 10 nor more than 20 days before such hearing. A resolution changing the location of the June 7, 2021 town board meeting to the Clifton Park Senior Community Center. Whereas by resolution number 1 of 2021, the town office building Vernon Wood Memorial Meeting Room was designated as the official regular meeting place for the town board, and the official regular meetings were established as the first, second, and third Monday of each month at 7:00 p.m. And whereas the state of emergency was first declared in New York on March 7th, 2020 due to COVID-19 and pursuant to Executive Order number 202.5 issued on March 18th, 2020, town board meetings have a limited capacity for in-person attendance and have been accessible online. And whereas the potential number of participants at public presentations being held on June 7th, 2021 would require more space per applicable distancing guidelines. Now therefore be it resolved that the location for the town board meetings for June 7th, 2021 will be held at 7:00 p.m. in the Clifton Park Senior Community Center to allow proper distancing during public participation, and be it further resolved that the town board meetings will then resume their regular meetings placed at the Vernon Wood Memorial Meeting Room at the Clifton Park Town Hall at 7:00 p.m. and be it further resolved that the town clerk is directed to publish notice of the change of the meeting place for the June 7th, 2021 town board meeting. A resolution authorizing the purchase of 4 flashing crosswalk systems. Whereas by resolution number 117 of 2017 and number 141 of 2018, the town was authorized to purchase flashing beacons to increase awareness at pedestrian crosswalks at several locations throughout town. And whereas the town board wishes to expand the program by acquisition of additional units which provide uniformity with the town and have become recognizable to motorists and users. And whereas quotes were received for the acquisition of additional units using best value criteria, and whereas the flagship crosswalk systems previously acquired by the town perform as intended and are successful in raising awareness of speeds and of the crosswalks and trails where they have been implemented. And whereas the town supervisor recommends that 4 additional beacons be purchased for locations to be determined. Now therefore be it resolved that authorization is hereby granted for the purchase of 4 Carmina bi-directional solar RRFP crosswalk systems at a cost of $13,590 from Traffic Safety Equipment. A resolution to retain Prime AE Group of New York for professional engineering services related to the Riverview Landing Sewer District improvements. Whereas by resolution number 110 of 2021, the town board authorized Prime AE to prepare seeker review documents and to revise the engineering report relative to a potential project to redesign a sanitary sewer conveyance system within the Riverview Landing Sewer District. And whereas the town board, as commissioners of the Riverview Landing Sewer District, RLSD, wishes to retain professionals associated with the further design of the sanitary sewer system from the RLSD low pressure system to the Saratoga County Sewer District via the Windover Farms subdivision. And whereas the scope of the project may ultimately be designed for the decommissioning of the Riverview Landing wastewater treatment plant, and whereas Supervisor Barrett wishes to apply for funding to the Clean Water State Revolving Fund and the Water Quality Improvement Projects Program, and whereas the area may include the Mohawk River Golf Course and its wastewater treatment plant, and inclusion of a Mohawk River Golf Course wastewater treatment plant will increase the town's score in its application for funding. And whereas Prime AE Group of New York, formerly known as McDonald Engineering, has significant experience within the Riverview Landing Sewer District and wastewater treatment plant and the Mohawk River Golf Course wastewater treatment plant. And whereas Prime AE Group of New York proposes to perform design and bid services for the RLSD project for an amount not to exceed $97,400. Now therefore be it resolved that Supervisor Garrett recommends that the quote of Prime AE Group of New York be accepted, and be it further resolved that the comptroller is authorized to create capital projects budget Riverview Landing Sewer District 2021 project, and be it further resolved that the supervisor is authorized to sign an agreement with Prime AE Group of New York for professional consulting for documents related to the Riverview Landing Sewer District Improvement Project in an amount not to exceed $97,400 to be paid with a transfer from unreserved fund balance to the Riverview Landing Sewer District sewer contractual engineers. And be it further resolved that the initial budget for the Riverview Landing Sewer District 2021 is established with $97,400 in revenues Riverview Lane Sewer District 2021 other governmental revenue and expenditures of $97,400 in Riverview Landing Sewer District 2021 project sewer contractual engineering. A resolution authorizing the supervisor to sign a license agreement with Clifton Park Half Moon Piranhas for use of the Country Knolls pool for swim team practice, whereas Clifton Park Half Moon Piranhas wish to utilize the Country Knolls town-owned pool for a term of 6 weeks to commence on June 28, 2021 and expire on July 30th, 2021 at a rate of $40 per hour per pool plus the hourly rate of all town employees working at the pools during practice hours. Now therefore be it resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized to sign the attached lease agreement with Clifton Park Half Moon Piranhas for use and occupation for the Country Knolls pool, provided that the town has provided a certificate of insurance in the amount of $1 million, naming the town of Clifton Park as additionally insured. A resolution appointing Keith Martin and Jennifer Gleason to the planning board, whereas due to the resignation of Greg Sesney, a vacancy for a member exists on the planning board, and whereas Keith Martin, 8 Wall Street, Clifton Park, the current alternate, has been recommended to fill the position vacated by Mr. Sesney, and Jennifer Gleason, 2 Queensbury Court, Clifton Park, has been recommended to fill the alternate position. And whereas Mr. Martin and Ms. Gleason have the background, experience, education, and training to act effectively as planning board members. Now therefore be it resolved that Keith Martin is hereby appointed as a member of the planning board for the remainder of a 7-year term to expire December 31st, 2023, and be it further resolved that Jennifer Gleason hereby steps down from the Environmental Conservation Commission and is appointed as an alternate to the planning board, term to expire December 31st, 2021. A resolution authorizing the supervisor to sign a contract with the Friends of Shenandoah Crew to operate 2021 summer crew camps. Whereas Marla Kramer, Director of Parks, Recreation, and Community Affairs, has requested that the town board authorize contracts for certain recreational programs. And whereas the town board supports continuation of the recreation programs with the subcontractor Friends of Shenandoah Crew. Now therefore be it resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized to sign the 2021 contract with the Friends of Shenandoah Crew as attached. A resolution hiring camp counselors and specialists for the 2021 full day and half day summer day camp program. Whereas the town board wishes to hire new and additional staff members for the operation of the town's summer day camp program. And whereas Marla Kramer, Director of Parks, Recreation, and Community Affairs, has recommended that the individuals listed in the attached Schedule A be hired. Now therefore be it resolved that the individuals listed in the attached Schedule A be hired as staff for the town's 2021 summer day camp program, effective through the entire summer camp season, and be it further resolved that the staff be paid as indicated on Schedule A. A resolution authorizing the hiring of Pamela Lamboy as receptionist, whereas due to the retirement of Betsy Snyder an opening exists for the position of receptionist, and whereas the town supervisor interviewed eligible candidates from the receptionist list maintained by the Saratoga County Department of Personnel, and whereas after interviewing Pamela Lamboy, 7 Chevy Chase Lane, Clifton Park, and reviewing her qualifications, the town supervisor has recommended that Ms. Lamboy be hired to fill the position. Now therefore be it resolved that the Clifton Park Town Board hereby authorizes the hiring of Pamela Lamboy, 7 Chevy Chase Lane, Clifton Park, to fill the position of receptionist at grade 3, step 1, $25,000 estimated to the end of the year to be paid with a transfer from general fund town hall operations part-time employee to the town hall employee number to cover the cost for the remainder of the year effective immediately.
Okay, thank you, Teresa. Appreciate it. John, any questions? All right, why don't we start with number 3 on the agenda.
Resolution number 121 of 2021, a resolution determining that proposed Riverview Park tennis and basketball courts renovation and improvement project is a type 2 action for purposes of the New York State Environmental Quality Review Act.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Mrs. Standard, second by Mrs. Flood. This is the next step in moving this project forward. Dan, any updates for us? Not working?
There you go.
Well, I heard you were doing some electrifying
Yeah,
today, so I mean, you can figure that out.
Yeah, I think I got it finally. It took me all day, but I got it. Yeah, we are definitely in the progress here on all this stuff. There's about 4 or 5 courts that are going to be redone, a couple of entrance signs, and about 4 brand new pieces of playground equipment. And this is just, like I said, the official step, and then we have to do a public hearing, which is the next resolution setting that for June 7th to make sure we have the money to pay for all this big project. But I've been working on it with the Park District Committee and Jen Oliver since summer of last year. I've been spending a lot of time really figuring out exactly what needs to be done and what they want, how to go about it, getting the most for your money out of all this stuff, because not everything just needs to be ripped down and start again.
Right.
So we spent a lot of time with EEP and really carefully went through everything.
Good. Good. All right. Any questions? Discussion? Okay. Teresa?
Councilwoman Flood?
Yes.
Councilwoman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ballowitz?
Yes.
Supervisor Barry?
Yes.
Resolution number 122 of 2021, a resolution scheduling a public hearing regarding renovations and improvements for the tennis and basketball courts at 4 locations within the Riverview Park District. So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Standard, second by Ms. Wallowit. Discussion? Same topic. Okay, Teresa?
Councilwoman Flood?
Yes.
Councilwoman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ballowitz?
Yes.
Supervisor Barry?
Yes.
Resolution number 123 of 2021, a resolution changing the location of the June 7, 2021 Town Board meeting to the Clifton Park Senior Community Center.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Morelli, second by Ms. Wallowit. I was thinking about this. This was original plan, but if we have the room reconfigured, maybe we don't need to do this. But is it in or any of those public hearing? They're out,
I
right?
mean, they can be renoticed. We had to renotice the one to change it.
Well, there's no sense for it. Yeah, okay, well, we'll keep it then. Because that'll just lend more confusion. So. Okay, very good. Any discussion? All right, Teresa?
Councilwoman Flood?
Yes.
Councilwoman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ballowitz?
Yes.
Supervisor Barry?
Yes.
Resolution number 124 of 2021, a resolution authorizing the purchase of 4 flashing crosswalk systems. So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Standard, second by Ms. Wallowitz. Several years ago, we started to install these flashing beacon signals to alert motorists that pedestrians are crossing the street. They are to be used at what are called mid-block crossings. They're not to be used at intersections where there are traffic lights. And I know people do ask that from time to time, but that's not the intended use or the correct use of these systems. But they've been very popular, and I believe they've definitely increased the safety of our trail network as it continues to expand. We had the old fluorescent signs for a number of years. And those were fine at the time, but I think the town board wanted to move in the direction of something much more noticeable. There's no way you can miss those flashing beacons. It could be 12 noon in July and it's a bright sunny day, and you're still going to see those flashing beacons if you're approaching as a motorist. So moving forward with some additional installments is a great idea and something this town board continues to support. Any discussion?
I'm a big proponent of these. They're so valuable for, especially if you see after school or before school, and the kids trying to navigate their way to and from school or the fields. It's huge.
Very good. Okay, Teresa?
Councilwoman Flood?
Yes.
Councilwoman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ballowitz?
Yes.
Supervisor Barry?
Yes.
Resolution number 125 of 2021, a resolution to retain Prime AE Group of New York for professional engineering services related to the Riverview Landing Sewer District improvements. So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Standard, second by Mrs. Flood. This is the continuation of the process of preparing for the grant application. One thing that we need to have in place is an engineering agreement. Prime, formerly John McDonald Engineering, has been the engineer on this system for many years, as long as I can remember, and a couple of the same individuals who worked with the former company who now work with Prime have been the engineers on this system for that long. So so they're the obvious choice to assist us and do whatever is necessary to complete and submit a viable and competitive grant application. They completed the long form seeker process, so that was an important step as well. So we're hopeful. We're hopeful that some grant funds can be attained, and we can lower the cost to the homeowners of the needed improvements. And again, there's two options. You know, we either refurbish the individual plant itself, or run a new line down Riverview Road and connect to the nearest sewer line as you're heading towards in the direction of the Edison Club and the Mohawk Golf Club. As we've discussed before, the Mohawk Golf Club has their own individual treatment system, and perhaps eliminating their system and coupling their needs with the needs of the homeowners in Riverview Landing might make our grant application that much more strong and score a little higher. But that's one option that we're looking at and discussing with DEC. Anything that we can do to improve the chances of attaining grant funds, we're certainly willing to do. So that's where we stand with this process, and we'll find out in the next few months what the results were. Any discussion? Okay. Do want to thank Mike O'Brien. He's done a lot of work shepherding this process and working with various individuals and entities to get to this point. Okay, Teresa.
Councilwoman Flood?
Yes.
Councilwoman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Walloway?
Yes.
Supervisor Barry?
Yes.
Resolution number 126 of 2021, a resolution authorizing the supervisor to sign a lease agreement with Clifton Park Catholic Piranhas for use of the Country Knolls pool for swim team practice. So moved. Second.
Moved by Mrs. Standard, second by Mr. Morelli. This relationship started back in 2020, and it worked well for both parties. I know the team appreciated the opportunity to use the pools for training. For 2021, they requested to use Country Knolls for a little over a month. And it works on our side because, one, it's nice to be able to provide the pools to these really good swimmers that are working toward competing in high school and college. It adds additional opportunities for hours for our lifeguards as well. So it works on both accounts, and if they do request to use the pool for a longer period of time, I'll certainly report back. But for right now, we're looking at June 28th to July 30th. Any discussion? Okay, Teresa.
Councilwoman Flood?
Yes.
Councilwoman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Walloway?
Yes.
Supervisor Barry?
Yes.
Resolution number 127 of 2021, a resolution appointing Keith Martin and Jennifer Gleason to the planning board. So moved. Second.
Moved by Mrs. Flood, second by Mrs. Standard. We thank Craig Zesny. He's done a great job on the planning board for a number of years, and we appreciate his volunteerism on behalf of the town of Clifton Park. He's involved with a couple other volunteer opportunities with the town. He's going to continue to work in those areas. But the planning board is it requires a large investment of time. And it's not uncommon that, when people have a number of commitments, the time commitment can become difficult. So he wanted to make sure that he was being fair to his colleagues on the planning board and the town, and decided that it was time that he leave the planning board. Now, Keith Martin has been a very involved person as the alternate on the planning board. And so we always offer the open slot on a board to the alternate. And thankfully, 99 times out of 100, they say yes. And I know Keith would be excited for the opportunity. He's mentioned on multiple occasions to me that he has enjoyed his time as the alternate, and if there ever was an opening, that he would be interested. So he gladly accepted. Now, Keith came from ECC, as other planning board members have had experience on the ECC. Jennifer Gleason is currently on that committee, so she certainly has the background and sees the projects as they come to the town through the ECC analyzing each individual project. So I think we, at this point, just want to thank these folks for being willing to step forward, invest the time necessary to serve on the planning board, and we know they'll do a terrific job for the town of Clifton Park. Any discussion? Okay. Teresa?
Councilwoman Flood?
Yes.
Councilwoman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Walowitz?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 128 of 2021, a resolution authorizing the supervisor to sign a contract with the Friends of Shenandoah Crew to operate 2021 summer crew camps. So moved. Second.
Moved by Mr. Morelli, second by Mrs. Standard. This is a wonderful camp, as all of our camps are, but partnering with the Friends of Shen Crew is a great opportunity, and we look forward to working with them again. Lori?
We're looking forward to
I
working
figured
with
you were here to maybe comment on this one.
Well, we love working with Mark Bender and his crew over there, from Crew. They weren't sure what they were going to do this year, and finally that's why we're a little bit late with the contract, because they were waiting to hear CDC rules and things like that. But they've got so much interest, and the kids really want to get out there, so we're really excited about the program.
Yeah, that's great. It's and I know it's a challenging sport on many fronts, and anything we can do to help them and grow the program, certainly willing and able to do. Okay, thank you. Any discussion? Questions? Teresa?
Councilwoman Flood?
Yes.
Councilwoman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Walowitz?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 129 of 2021, a resolution hiring camp counselors and specialists for the 2021 full day and half day summer day camp program. So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Standard, second by Mr. Morelli. Lori?
Well, we're very excited that we're able to open 2 more camps this year. We have our half-day programs at Locust Lane and at Jonesville, and the kids are excited. The new kids that are coming in, the counselors are very, very excited about coming in. I get calls every day. So we're really lucky that we have such a great program to offer the kids this year.
Yeah, so last year was very different. This year is going to be a little different, but going toward normalcy at least. Give us just a short rundown of what we're offering as far as the day camps this year.
Well, the day camps this year, I think we're going to be able to do a lot more. We can't do field trips. It's a little too late for that, unfortunately, but we are going to offer lots of sporting games, water games. We'll have entertainment come to each site. It's just a great program altogether, and I've been involved many years, and I really am glad that Locust Lane and Jonesville are back on the docket, and hopefully next year we'll get Octave back up too.
And the field.
And the field trips, because I had some really good ones lined up for last year.
Field trip sign up is the busiest day, right?
It is. It actually, now we can do it all, we're working towards doing it online, but it is a big field trip. You know, field trips are very big. We had a dinosaur program that we were going to do up in Queensbury at one of the old, I'm not sure the name of the entertainment place that they did it in, but they had live, not live, obviously, but mechanical dinosaurs that were so
Oh, that would be a trick.
Yes, that would be, and I could probably pull it off, but not now. So we're looking forward, like I said, field trips are fun and the kids have a really good time. So, and everybody's so cooperative. So.
Well, despite not having a lot of those things last year, it seemed, you know, everybody had a good time and just happy to be outside and with their friends. So, you know, I think unfortunately we can't do everything that we did pre-COVID, but we'll get there.
I think, as everyone knows, what really makes the camps work is the counselors and their personalities and the fun they bring. I recognize a lot of the names on the list, so I think it's going to be a really good summer for the camps.
Yep, we have a lot of new kids coming in, but we still have all the ones, we have some that have been with us for 8 years, and they just keep coming back, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And we have a couple that got married,
Oh.
so that's kind of cool. We got 2 counselors that met at day camp, and
Oh, wow.
so
There you go.
these are, you know, day camp's the best.
All the possibilities that they can, you just never know.
Never know.
Put that on the brochure.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, before we go too far here. we should probably-
Councilwoman Flood?
Yes.
Councilwoman Stander?
Yes.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallowitz? Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 130 of 2021, a resolution authorizing the hiring of Pamela Lamboy as receptionist.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Flood, second by Mr. Morelli. Yeah, Betsy Snyder is going to be retiring, and we thank Betsy for her years of working on behalf of the town of Clifton Park, so we're sad to see her go. I want to thank Councilman Morelli and our town clerk, Teresa Brobston, for stepping forward and being a part of the search committee. From the interviews that we conducted, and we worked from a civil service list on this job, just like we do on most jobs with the town. And we'd like to offer the job to Pamela Lamboy. She had a great personality. Her knowledge of the town was terrific. And that's something that Betsy said right off the bat, you know, when she said, well, make sure they know the town, because she gives a lot of directions, which you know, you may not think that people are calling here for directions, but they are apparently quite often. So with that in kind of in the back of our minds, you know, it just seemed that Pam was the best choice. So we look forward to her starting in a couple of weeks. Betsy is going to be providing some training for, well, we expect her to start June 1st, and then Betsy will train her for the rest of that week. And then once she learns the phone system, then she can forget everything when we get the new phone system. So she'll have to learn two phone systems in a fairly short period of time, but I think she's up to the task. So, any comments, questions for myself, Teresa, or Mr. Morelli?
Councilwoman Flood?
Yes.
Councilwoman Stander?
Yes.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallowitz?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes. Other business, is there any other business to come before the board this evening? I just want to make two quick comments. I should have pointed out with the scouts. I do want to thank Buildings and Grounds for the support that they give these scouts that work in partnership with the town. And also, I know the scouts thanked her, but Jen Vigiani, and she was, since she was involved right along with the project, she was able to give us a lot of great information for the resolutions. The other thing is, I know some folks have been asking about July 4th and what's happening then. We haven't forgot about it. We're very eager to talk about getting back to normalcy and being able to offer everything we've always offered. We love to do that on July 4th. The only thing we've stated definitively is that there will be a parade. We had a parade last year, and that was it. This year, definitely having a parade, but I think I get a sense that I think we'd all like to do more than that this year. And with the fireworks, love to go back to pre-COVID, but I'm not sure we can. And now that we have this new guidance that came out today, following up on the CDC updated guidance, our next question is, can we get a mass gathering permit? Because that's what we need from New York State. So I don't have that answer yet. I'm not sure the answer is available yet, but that's a question that we need to get answered as quickly as possible, because there is obviously a lot of planning to do to get to that point. We still have a little bit of time, but not much time between now and July 4th. So that's the one question that we're trying to get an answer to. And I think if we can get a mass gathering permit from New York State, that we can have fireworks. We also would be able to invite people to the common, as we have done every year for many years, pre-COVID. I think we can still have music. I think we'd have to discuss some adjustments to the time. I don't know. I don't know if we should have music right up to the fireworks this year. Maybe there would be a gap between the music ending and the fireworks starting. It's an option to think about. But I don't see the music and the entertainment as being an issue at this point. Again, based on what we heard today, I think we can have that. It will draw people, but we have an idea of what the draw will be just from events we have throughout the summer that revolve around entertainment in past years. So I think we have we can make a pretty good guess as to what the crowd might be if we just have music. If you have fireworks, there's going to be many more people that attend. That's obvious. So do we have the music, but then stop the music an hour or two before the fireworks start? It's something to think about. Can we get a mass gathering permit from New York State? And you need a mass gathering permit once you get over a certain threshold of people that you expect to attend an event. So we need that. So we have some questions still to be answered by New York State, and some items to discuss ourselves as we continue to plan. But I would suggest that we can have music, and we can have some food vendors. If the board does want to go in that direction. I think the one last question is the fireworks, New York State mass gathering permit, and if we can do all that, how does the day look from a scheduling standpoint? So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, and as soon as we get an answer, which I hope is soon, on that permit, we will make everybody aware and go from there. So just some things to think about, but something we have to do quickly. I know the group that we began to partner with a couple of years ago when they started the Freedom Mile. They do want to have that event prior to the parade. I don't see an issue with that occurring. And that's just, it's a mile run that kicks off prior to the parade, so it doesn't create any additional work on our part, and it's a nice addition to our July 4th offerings. So, if anybody has any input on that, I'm more than happy to take that at any time, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Good.
Okay. Well, actually, public privilege, John?
I'm good.
Okay.
I take motion
There you
to
go.
adjourn.
All right.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Standout?
Councilwoman Flood?
Yes.
Councilwoman Standard?
Yes.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Holloway?
Yes.
Supervisor Barry?
Yes, thank you.